Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of January or whenever this video might find you. I don't trust in coincidences, so I believe that you will receive this message exactly when you're meant to. And I like to always start our readings off with some Palo Santo. Thank you, Sacred Palo Santo. Thank you for raising our energy, raising the energy of our vibration as we jump into each other's energy here. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I'm a women's coach, a retreat host, and I like to do these videos here on YouTube. And we're going to start in with your primary energy for the month ahead, Cancer. You're going to have two messages because one just flew out, but I feel like there's another one in here for you. What is the primary energy for the Cancer Collective for the month ahead, please? Yeah, there's definitely another message in here. So strange. There we go. Okay, so I'm getting two. So the one that jumped out all the way across my desk here is Visionary. So the Visionary card comes to tell you that you are a powerful co-creator of your own reality. You're taking your ideas and you're breathing life into them. You're birthing new ideas. Some of you may be really working with your sacral energy, your creative energy in this month ahead. The Visionary card says that the ideas that you have, they are not for nothing. They're meant to come alive. They're meant to be brought to fruition. And then you're also getting the empath card. So do you consider yourself an empath? I know many of us on this journey do. You can let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. And if this or any other message today, if they don't resonate with you, make sure to check out your other placements. You can leave this message for someone else and you can watch not only for your sun sign, a lot of people watch primarily for the sun sign, but your moon sign, your rising, your Venus, or really anywhere else in your chart. And I find that together, they actually build more of a picture of what the month ahead looks like. But this empath card, what it's really telling me is that you might be confusing other people's energy with your own this month. You could be absorbing other people's energy, picking it up, especially if you work with clients, especially if you work with other people. And I'm seeing 111 on my clock right now. So for some of you, just be mindful of your thought patterns, especially around this. Like, for example, if you do work with clients, I can hear someone saying like, oh, this is so draining. So 111 tells us that we're going to manifest whatever it is that we put out there. So if we're telling the universe, my work is so draining, then we're going to experience more of the being drained by our work, right? But it's not the work that's draining. It's the fact that you're absorbing other people's energy. And we can prevent that. We can prevent that absolutely with energy hygiene. You've probably heard me talk about energy hygiene before. There's 3 steps to energy hygiene. Cleanse your energy, ground your energy, protect your energy. And, when I was earlier on in my journey, I would try really hard to do this at least once a day. And eventually I got to the point where I was doing it once a day, every day. It took me a long time to get there, but it made such a big difference. Cleansing everybody's energy off of me at the end of every day, grounding my energy, bringing me into this present moment, protecting my energy, particularly when I was going out. Like nobody wants to go into Costco without protecting your energy first. It was quite the experience. But then I realized that, for those of us who truly are empaths, for those of us who are really tuned in to our clear empathy, where we can feel other people's emotions. When someone walks in the door and you're like, what's wrong? And they're like, nothing. And you're like, I don't know. I can feel something. Are you sure nothing's wrong? It's because we're tuned into our clear empathy, in which case, energy hygiene, cleansing, grounding, protecting our energy. This is so important, not just once a day, but multiple times a day. And for those of us who are working in energy work, if you're a reader yourself, if you are a healer of any way, shape, or form, if you're working with clients every day, then you're going to want to cleanse, ground, protect your energy multiple times a day. I work with a massage therapist who has a practice where after each and every client, she goes over to her sink, she washes her hands, and as she's washing her hands, she visualizes golden light coming down like a shower and clearing any energetic cords that may have been created during that massage, clearing any hucha, any dark, dense, heavy energy that she may have picked up from her clients, cleansing all of her clients' energy off of her so that she's starting again with this clean slate when she moves on to her next client. And that's sort of what I do these days as well in a different way. Cleansing, grounding, protecting my energy multiple times a day. When I'm filming these videos, I like to do it in between calls, in between videos, because I want to make sure that when I show up for the next video that I'm not drained. So again, 111 was showing up for you. You might be seeing that number throughout this month as well. And what that tells us is to be mindful of your thoughts, because the universe is going to mirror back whatever it is that you put out there. Okay. Primary energies for the month, you're learning to turn your ideas into solid form. And you may be confusing other people's energy with your own. Let's take a look at what the biggest challenge for the Cancer Collective will be in the month ahead, please. What is the biggest challenge for Cancer? Okay, I'm getting core values. And for those of you who are cross watchers, if you watch for other placements in your chart, or if you're like me and you watch for your loved ones, I watch for my children and my husband, then the core values card, it's come up for a few of the signs now. The core values card tells us to follow your heart and make your values a priority to you. And you may or may not even know what your values are, right? Some of us, we just, take on the values of our parents. We were taught certain things and we just repeat them. This is where generational cycles come from. This is where generational curses, this is where generational trauma comes from. We're expected to continue these cycles just because our family did. And then a lot of the times we don't really know what our core values are because we're just repeating the same thing that we were taught. And the core values card is telling you to reconnect with your heart and determine what truly is a core value for you. For example, if one of your core values is honesty, being authentic, being true to who you are, and expecting that this is how you're going to show up and this is how you want others to show up as well, that's a core value to you. But if you're ignoring your intuition, if you're saying no when you really want to say yes, but you just don't want to rock the boat, when you're saying yes, even though you don't really want to do something, but you'd rather keep the peace, then you're not in alignment with your core values. And the fact that this card is showing up for you in your challenge position, that tells me that, this might be something that you need to discover, something that you perhaps have never even considered before. What are your core values? What is important to you? And if you are in a partnership, in a divine counterpart, if you have a partner, then perhaps this is an opportunity for the two of you to sit down and determine together what are your core values together as a couple, as a family. What core values do you want to pass on to your children, to your legacy if you have them? Again, this is showing up in your challenge position. So I challenge you to explore this in the month ahead. Explore what are your core values and are you showing up in alignment with them day to day? Let's see what blind spots do the Cancer Collective have in the month ahead, please. And I like to look at the challenges and the blind spots because this isn't toxic positivity. There's going to be good, bad, and ugly. And I feel like knowing what our challenges are, knowing what our blind spots are, this just gives us awareness so that we can work through them, so that we can show up as our best, right? What blind spots will the Cancer Collective encounter in the month ahead, please? And if you're resonating with this video so far, I'd love if you would hit that like button. It's a great way to support the channel. In your blind spot, I'm getting automatic negative thoughts. And we saw 111 right at the very beginning. And 111 says, be careful about your thoughts because the universe is going to mirror back to you exactly what it is that you're putting out there. Again, this is in your blind spot. So now we're bringing awareness to it. So it's not to say, oh, I'm going to manifest everything I don't want because my negative thoughts, but okay, well, we are in the darkest month of the year here in the Northern Hemisphere. So there's a chance that that shadow could be affecting my mindset. So I need to be extra aware of my mindset in this month. And that's a practice, right? Like it's not something that we just do overnight, like, oh, I'm going to change my mindset. I'm going to rewire my brain. No, that does not happen overnight, but it is a practice. The more we practice, the more we notice, the more we flip the script, like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going back to that place. I'm expecting the worst. We're such powerful manifestors, right? We're manifesting every moment of every day. We are literally co-creating our life with the universe. That's what this visionary card is telling you. You are co-creating your life with the universe. You are learning how to bring your thoughts into form. And we are very good at taking credit for manifestation when we manifest what it is that we do want, when we manifest the career, the house, the relationship, the thing, when we're like, I'm going to manifest that. I'm going to manifest that trip. And then all of a sudden we get an unexpected paycheck. And before you know it, we book the trip. Yeah, I manifested that. But we're not so great at admitting when we manifest what it is that we don't want. Like when we expect that, oh my gosh, she's going to act this way the next time I see her. And then you go and you see her and she acts that way. And you're like, see, she's just like that all the time. No, you expected that. And that's exactly what happened. We're not so great at admitting that we're really good manifestors when we manifest it not working out for us. When we worry and we think about all the ways that it could not work out for us, and then it doesn't work out. And we're like, see, I told you, nothing ever works out for me. It's because we expected it wasn't going to work out. It's that expectation that helps us with manifestation. That expectation. When we're trying to manifest something we do want, we have to deal with fear and doubt and insecurity and expecting that it might not work out. But when we're manifesting what we don't want, it's so easy for us to expect that it's not going to work out for us. So how can you flip the switch here? If you know that in your blind spot, you've got some automatic negative thoughts, can you notice when those thoughts are creeping in so that you can flip the script and co-create the life that you want rather than the life that you're afraid isn't going to happen, rather than the expectation of it not working out for you? Cancer, again, if this is resonating with you, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. And I hope you'll consider subscribing. That's also a great way to support the channel. I'm going to get to the good stuff, I promise. It's not all toxic positivity, but we do need to see what is coming in for you and how to help you align with your highest path, your highest purpose, your highest timeline, your highest destiny in the month ahead. What will help Cancer to align with their highest timeline in the month ahead, please? Earth shifts. So what this card tells me is that you are connected to the collective energy, which we already know because you got the empath card. Okay. And when you're connected to the collective energy, sometimes it can feel overwhelming. Sometimes these automatic negative thoughts aren't even your own because you are connected to the collective. And what is the collective full of right now? Fear, doubt, insecurity, right? The collective is so afraid. There's so much scarcity. There's so much division, this side and that side, no in between. But what this also tells me is that, like any grandmother, Pachamama, Mother Earth, Gaia, our great mother, she wants to take all of your pain, all of your suffering. Again, like any great mother would. If you're a mother, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When your child comes to you and they're afraid, you wish you could take that fear for them. When your child comes to you and they're angry, you wish you could take that anger. When your child comes to you in pain, you wish that you could take their pain. Well, what if I told you that Mother Earth can and will and is willing to? Now, I know it's January and it's chilly outside. I'm looking outside my window right now and it is definitely full of snow. I get it. I get it. It's cold. Nobody wants to be outside in the winter. Or maybe you do. But what this card is telling me, coming up in the position of how do you align with your highest path, your highest purpose, your highest timeline, your highest destiny? You do that by connecting with Mother Earth. You do that by connecting with the plants and the animals and the earth itself, the waters, the mountains. That's going to help you the most here in this month. And just as you are, I'm just getting something else for you too. Just as you're navigating this, I want you to remember too that you are in alignment with the natural rhythms and cycles of the earth. So if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere where I am, we're in winter right now. Take a look outside. All the plants, all the animals are sleeping. This is telling me that in order for you to align with your highest timeline, you need to come back into natural rhythm, your natural circadian rhythm. So what is that? That's waking up with the sun. That's going to bed with the sunset. That's eliminating LED lights, blue lights. That's honoring the winter time, the time to go within, the time for rest and recalibration. What will help you to align with your highest timeline the most is going to be to remember the natural rhythms and cycles of the earth because you are connected to them. That feels really good. And we will jump into the extended reading after this next card. In the extended reading, I'm going to clarify each and every one of these cards, and then I'll also pull some cards from the Raise Your Vibration Oracle and the Finding Inner Peace Oracle as well. But before I do that, let's get one final message. And if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, you can find the link down below. When you join the extended reading, you also get access to the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership. And we're meeting for a full moon ritual and a new moon ritual on Zoom in January. So I'd love for you to be there for those. Final message for you, intuition. Cancer, trust your intuition, okay? This was the primary energy for the 2026 readings. Reconnecting with your true self, reconnecting with your body. Your body is always speaking to you. And with this empath card coming in as your primary energy, it's telling me that you're learning to trust your intuition. And you're learning to trust, like, hey, this doesn't feel like my energy. I'm going to let it go. Like, this client came in and she was really sad and now she's gone and I'm drained. You know what? I think I need to do some energy hygiene, cleanse, ground, protect my energy. I bet I'll feel better. I bet you will. I bet you will. Your intuition is just like any other muscle. So the more you exercise it, the stronger it's going to get, right? So this is saying to practice your intuition. How do you practice it? Well, you take aligned action on the intuitive messages you get. So if you get that message, I need to drink more water, then actually drink more water. Don't just think about it. Actually do it. If you get that message, oh, I should call that person, then call them. Don't just think about it. Actually take action on it. The more you take action on these intuitive messages that you're receiving, the stronger your intuition is going to get. Pull yourself cards. If you pulled yourself a card every morning and you took aligned action based on that card, based on the message from that card, you would strengthen your intuition. And just like any other muscle, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it, right? What is the biggest issue with the elderly population? Is weakness, muscle weakness, falls, breaks, because they're not using their muscles anymore. I mean, I'm a new farmer, and let me tell you, I've met a whole bunch of old farmers, and they're super fit because they don't stop working. They don't stop moving. They're still like lugging equipment across the fields and, hauling animals here, there, and everywhere. And it's a lot of hard work. Trust me, I haven't worked out in my gym since we moved here in August, and I'm still consider myself to be fit, because it's a lot of work just taking care of the land, right? And the animals and all of those things. So use your intuition like any other muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it's going to get. The more you ignore it, the weaker it's going to get. And I really feel like your intuition is going to be guiding you this month because there's lots of auspicious messages here. You are the co-creator of your reality. And that's a beautiful thing. What are you going to create with that? I do hope to see you on the extended reading, Cancer. I will see you over there. You can find the link to join right down below.